Talk about the K-pop industry. How did you get involved? You know, you went from Chicago to LA, and then you somehow managed to end up in Korea, man.
Right. So I feel like I kind of ended up in Korea like on accident a little bit. Like I was brought as a producer, but I also like kind of was studio man. Like I was also like an extra person out there to help facilitate whatever needed to be out there. But basically, K-pop, SM in general, really loves like R&B music. So the Underdogs are some of the biggest R&B producers of all time, especially for the music that Koreans like. They had been trying to get Harvey and Damon out to Korea for a little while, I believe. But basically, Harvey went out there, Damon was staying back, and Harvey brought me as a producer to kind of co-produce, because that's what I was doing in the States. Like I'd start an idea, and if it was good enough, like we'd write to it, and if it was good enough, I'd play it for them, the Underdogs, and they'd kind of like take it from 50 to 100. So that's kind of what the process was. So he was like, we're going to go to Korea, and same type of thing, like start some beats and I'll like finish them up, whatever the kind of process was. So yeah, so he took me out there, and we really had no idea. I think there was maybe a group of 5 or 6 of us, another like producer, engineer, and then I think either 3 or 4 writers. And yeah, we really had no idea what we were getting into, other than we knew they liked R&B music, and we were bringing like some really great R&B writers and producers. So we got out there and we had like a really successful trip. The first trip, I think the first song I worked on was like this song called Mr. Mister by Girls' Generation, which ended up being a single. All this stuff happened with it. Like we were so new to it. It was like #1 on all these charts, and they called it like a all kill or a kill all or all this like new terminology and all these kind of numbers that we were like, wow, like it sold that much. Like that's crazy. So everything was really new to us. And yeah, we got that first trip with the Underdogs was like really successful. So we started going twice a year, and then my situation with the Underdogs expired, and I had been out to Korea a bunch of times and kind of met like a lot of the people at the label, you know, kind of the whole situation. I'd been out there maybe 6 or 8 times with the Underdogs, so I'd made like some cool friends with all the people in the company and all that. So yeah, once I got out of my situation, those were some of the first people I reached out to, like, hey, can I like submit some music? And they ended up flying me out there. It was pretty quick. I think they were like, you come out here like next Thursday or something. And I was like, yeah, for sure. So I went out there, and that trip was pretty successful. We got like, I think we were working on Shiny. We did like a Shiny single there. And that's what they needed. I think they were having a camp probably like Monday through Wednesday trying to get this single. They weren't getting it, and they flew me out like Thursday, and then we got it. So little stuff like that, like coming through when like they need something, there's like a really, you know, that's like a really good play. Like that's something people remember. And then that kind of got the ball rolling for me to start having my own camps. And then, yeah, now that's what it is. Like it started out with me bringing one writer. We did Boss, that camp. That was really successful. The next camp was like 2 writers, then 3 writers, 4. And I think that's where it's at now. I think it's like 4 or 5 writers coming out there with me. And I've got a producer I work with on everything, Mitch, who's from Chicago. He lives in Chicago. But yeah, it's usually us 2 and like 4 writers. And that's kind of how it works now.
Man, that's a dope experience right there. That's a dope story, man.
So I got a question while we're on the Korean topic. What's the work pace like? Like, can you paint a picture for like the work environment? We just land in Korea. We pull up to the studio. Like what? Yeah, paint the picture for
Yeah,
me.
so I feel kind of bad. Actually, there's times for other people to party. I'm like pretty militant, and I'm like feel like I'm like the dad of the situation. Like I'm like we need to deliver like singles. Like we have to like we have to deliver the best records we can. Like we're out here. There's a ton of competition, and every year more and more people are doing this K-pop stuff. So it doesn't get like easier. Just it gets harder every year. But basically, we fly out. We go for a week. So there's kind of 2 traveling days. So we land on a Sunday. We usually kind of check into the hotel. Not gonna work on Sunday. Check in the hotel, get some dinner, and try to get everyone to like maybe get a drink or something, and then get some rest because tomorrow is like the first day of the camp. And then basically Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday are like noon to midnight in the studio, at least for my camps. Like I think a lot of other people like take more like tourist like time and check stuff out, but I'm really like trying to give them maybe 15 songs in 5 days. So usually have 3 rooms going, and the 5th day isn't really a full day. So we really kind of only have 4 days. But yeah, usually I have 3 rooms going, writing to my beats a day. So it's intense for me. I'm like making those beats for those 3, and then I'm mixing those 3 like that night, but also making beats for the next day. So I don't sleep a ton out there. I sleep for like a week when I get home. Out there, I'm like sleeping like a couple hours a night, waking up and trying to finish stuff. But yeah, I try to come prepared with like maybe 5 or 10 beats. And like I'll send them over and try to kind of get like a little clearance on them, and like, okay, we could get the first and maybe first half of the second day going smooth, and that'll give me some time to work on some new stuff. But stuff changes so quickly, and some stuff that they ask for on Monday, Tuesday, it might be a completely different kind of topic or whatever. So yeah, it's pretty intense, but the writers can kind of get in and out. They don't have to spend so much time in the studio. Like I'm there. I'm usually like the first one there and the last one to leave. If not, it's usually like a writer that's like been there and gets it and is like kind of, you could tell who's been there and like who's working like as hard as me versus kind of who's been like who hasn't been there and who's like partying a little more. And for me, it's like I don't care as long as we get the song done.
Yeah.
Just like once we have the song done, cool. And then make sure like tomorrow you could come in time so we could get another song done. But yeah, there's definitely, you could tell like the kind of veteran writers who are there really late with me, and I'm like closing up like, oh, you're still here. Like, okay, cool. So
Yeah.
they're putting in the time too.
That's pretty dope, man. All right, so how did you meet some of the guys you work with? And this is a 2-part question. Have you worked with Tay Jasper?
Yes.
Yeah. I love Tay.
And
Tay is one of the K-pop goats, man.
Yeah, and Adrian?
Yeah. So Adrian usually comes on my trips. Adrian is like, to me, probably like one of the top dogs, if not the top dog. He just understands K-pop more than a lot of people, and he can sing better. And his music, like he has like kind of checks off all the boxes where there's a lot of other people that are extremely talented, incredible songwriters, but there's so many little technical parts of the K-pop stuff that throws those people off sometimes. Yeah. And Adrian, he like kind of exceeds or like pushes through in those spots. But yeah, those 2 guys together especially are like,
that's crazy. Batman and Robin. That's LeBron and Wade right there.
For sure.
Hey, you might be Bosch as well. I don't know how.
No, because if I can ever like get them, they're also so busy. Like people know, right? Like all us producers are like trying to get them to write to our stuff. So there's always that kind of competitive. I only reach out like when I know it's something that sounds like a single, because I know they don't have time for like some like just to write because it's my track or something like that.
Yeah.